gratitude towards something or someone.
Of course, no, of
yeah.
course.
And that thing is God.
We're mortal. We want to make sense of nature and science, and it's too unfathomable that everything in the universe was once crunched into something smaller than an atom.
But you don't know that.
Well,
you're just believing Stephen Hawking, and that's a matter of faith in his
yeah,
abilities.
Yes.
You don't know it yourself. You're accepting that because someone told you.
Yeah, well, but science is constantly proved all the time. You see, if we take something like any fiction, any holy book, in any other fiction, and destroyed it, okay, in 1,000 years' time, that wouldn't come back just as it was. Yes. Whereas if we took every science book, right, and every fact, and destroyed them all, in 1,000 years, they'd all be back, because all the same tests would be the same result.
That's good. That's really good.
So
really good.
I don't need faith in science. I don't need faith to know that probably if I jump out of a window, every other time someone jumps out, they smash to the ground because of this thing called gravity.
All right. I've just watched the clip of an interview between Ricky Gervais and Stephen Colbert. You know, the show Stephen Colbert on the US television. It's interesting to watch it because they're so focused on the facts and the science that they tend to overlook the fact that human beings are actually not just made of, you know, the physical matter, but spiritual, with soul, metaphysical, basically. So if you want to bring the level of human beings as to the same level as like animals, for example, because you could basically you're positing the argument that we're just physical matter. So if you want to go that path of argument, then what's the difference between us and the animals? Nothing. But that's not correct. We have reason. We have the ability to think, to analyze, to think about our purpose, our being, what's the purpose of things? What's the purpose of human beings? What's the purpose of the universe? These are metaphysical questions. You can't compare this to a physical matter. So I think when engaging with discussions, you got to be careful and critical of, what they're trying to say. Because at the surface level, it sounds convincing, but if you actually dig deep down, the underlying foundations of some of these arguments are shallow. So I think the idea today that I want to share with you is to actually equip yourself with critical thinking and really dissect up to the deepest or profound level that you can possibly think of certain premises, so you can actually support or counter argue, depending on what discussions you're having with someone or conversations you're having with someone. So yeah, that's all about it that I want to share today. Random discussions about life and learning.